You'll never see it coming. I just fucking streamed, but I'm back again. Um. Hello. Yeah, we're back. The moment I ended the stream, I went over to the Discord and I saw that fucking Neggy guy. You remember the Neggy guy, the one who says I'm a rapist or whatever? Yeah, he's got his video out. So apparently he's with someone who's been victimized or something. Yeah. I guess we're gonna watch the thing, everyone. I caught a second of it. It was he should be trolled. That's all I heard about it. For those of you who need to be caught up, with who this is. It's this friend here.
Hey, how you guys doing? I got a question for you. I'm gonna put up more content, but what I want to know is, what do you want to see? So if you guys have a preference.
So this is a guy who is notorious apparently on 4chan. He's been on 4chan for like fucking over a decade or something, and which is fine. I went there back in like 2008 or something, but he's been like regularly going there for a long time. He wound up, unbeknownst to any of us, he'd been watching my channel for a long time. Unbeknownst to any of us, he wound up on the list of weirdos. The cringe list. He wound up on there at some point in like 2014 or whatever, when this list was made. This list filled with mostly people from like people who aren't relevant anymore. And then Neggy Springfield over here. This guy who I guess is like a pretty terminally online Chan guy or whatever. And yeah, he not I guess a lot of communities don't like him particularly. I don't know. He looks a little bit like a high elf, a little bit. But yeah, he was in the DeadwingDork community. He was a viewer, a fan, if you will. He posted on the Discord, and he would say that he would say things about trans people, and then we didn't ban him, but he just left of his own accord. And then he came back later, and then he said to a girl in general chat that he wanted to have babies with her or something. And then his response to that later was that she's clearly crazy. I wouldn't stick my little Neggy in that. So yeah, he's here with an emergency broadcast. This is from September 24th, by the way. I guess apparently this passed everybody by. But this is from a September 24th emergency broadcast, DeadwingDork allegations. And I guess this does explain who it was who showed up in my chat that one time saying that I don't know, saying something about me DMing minors or something. I would assume that was like September 1st, I think, that stream. That was the one with the holy gamer with the trinity of girls, games, and God. I remember that one. And there was somebody that showed up and spammed my chat with some stuff. And then 3 days later, here's this stream from this fellow here. Yeah, I guess once I went... the whole story is, yeah, he watched me for a while, and I guess once I went on stream and, made jokes about... Because we on the server had seen his channel at some point, and there was like a little bit of a private, like, oh, wow, it's this guy. Look at him. He's a little funny. But then, yeah, once he started telling people on the server that he wanted to like have babies with them or whatever, we got rid of him. And then, yeah, well, I found him on this fucking list. I found him on the cringe list, and I wound up with completely unaware, looking through this list of like Amazing Atheist and Onision and Chris Chan and fucking like a lot of people like Katie the singer and Fat Man, like random people that achieved fame on YouTube, and then Neggy Springfield down here is just on here, as well as PC ass Asians. We still don't know what that is, but Neggy Springfield was on here, and so that caught my attention. We looked at him on a stream, and yeah, you know, I don't think he enjoyed that very much. So thus begins the emergency broadcast here. I guess we'll get this underway. If you're just joining us, I did in fact just finish streaming. Thankfully, this video is only like 11 minutes long, so I mean, it's not gonna take too much more out of my fucking back health or whatever. My spinal situation will, I'm sure, be fine, more or less. But yeah, emergency broadcast, everyone.
Hey, how you guys doing? I know I
Not
said
too
I was
bad.
going to do the whole new video thing, but
Let's get regarded, Let's
I don't
get
have my need to do
regarded
it
in
yet.
here.
And I know I made a video saying that I was going to try and get some things, and that's still going to happen.
Here, let me try to do a video in the style of Neggy Springfield real quick. Let me just, Hey, sorry, I know I said I was gonna do a video. I'm not really in the mood to do a video right now. Sorry, it's gonna happen. Thank you for watching this. It's a really charismatic individual here. You know, I can see why his channel has really taken off in the way that it has.
Shoot.
Um,
But yeah, it's just crazy because I just got some new, I guess you could call them allegations.
oh,
Some new stuff came out about a YouTuber I've talked about in the past.
talked about me, wow.
And it's really freaky because I used to
This
like.
guy was like parasocial with me. He kept like DMing me at one point. I remember that. Yeah, I think he was a frequent user of the subreddit. There's a fucking reason why I've never looked at my own subreddit, because as far as I know, it's people like that Griff guy and this dude, and like I don't know. I think I'm good, you know.
Guy. Before we had something of a falling out.
A falling out.
His name's
We had something of a falling out, right? We had a falling out. Is this is again? I'm sorry.
in
Just
the past.
we've talked about him in
And
the
it's
past.
really freaky because I used to like this
I
guy
used to like him.
before we had something of a falling out.
Something of a falling out implies that it's mutual in any way. What happened was you told someone in my server who was talking about babies that you would want to, like, give her a baby or something, and everybody thought it was really weird and you got banned. And that was the falling out. Let's just make that clear real quick.
His name's DeadwingDork.
Yeah, we were just best friends, just like me and Griff, I guess, yeah.
And what I just heard about him is almost something that doesn't shock me, but it kind of does. And it both shocks and doesn't shock me for a reason that is pretty messed up. So apparently this guy has done some things, and there's evidence to show that he's done some nasty things. And for the record, this is the dude that talks about people that have also done some very nasty things.
Please speed up your fucking footage. You get on with it.
So it's kind of strange that someone
This
who
video's only 11 minutes long, Christ.
did a whole video on Sengi, a legitimate sex weirdo, is himself a sex weirdo.
Oh.
And also he's talked about Pamper Chew and other people. But this is just giving it a whole nother level of irony and weirdness that I wasn't prepared for. But I'm very glad that the person
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have it over here on this footage while he talks. That's fine.
that dropped the info off was able to send it to me, because if I come out with what I know, then Deadwing is done, and I just want
Right.
I want all the fans of DeadwingDork to know.
Reminder also, he said when he went on like a Library Dork video, and he said something about like he's gonna be the next big YouTuber scandal, which just it just reminds me a lot of that guy Cinematic Venom, when he was like, yeah, I bet you feel sorry for not hiring me, Channel Awesome. Now I'm your enemy. You could have been I could have been your friend, but you made enemies of me. Bro, God, it's not. It's just sometimes it's not fucking worth it.
You know what kind of person they're looking up to.
Sorry,
Because
hang on.
if you guys don't watch this channel, if you've never seen a video by me, then what you should know is
probably
that this video
haven't.
is basically, or this channel is basically about talking about weirdos who manipulate other people. It doesn't matter if it's a cult leader or what, but yeah, I'm about exposing people like that.
Is that what you do? Well, you also make cool videos where you teach people how to speak
I'm just
Japanese.
telling the guy, thank you, mainly because you know I'm not happy to hear this. On some level, this is very disturbing, and like I said, if I come out with this information, I think all of DeadwingDork's fans, except for the most hardcore and easily misled, will probably leave him.
You know, people like this guy. Have you heard of the High Elves?
Probably have to get off the internet because no one will want to hear what he has to say anymore.
You have to
It'll
get off
just
the
be,
internet.
You know, he should be trolled. If this is true, he should be
trolled.
trolled right off the internet.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't even be talking like this if I didn't feel strongly about, you know, this information.
Right, you wouldn't be talking about this if I didn't make fun of your tiny penis. Once again, I'm sorry, I haven't actually seen his penis, but it's just that I just draw your attention to... You see how there's, like, some things on this page that are, like, blurred out or whatever? You like that lady's face. There's a tiny, tiny square of blur where see it where it says sexy, where it points at his cock area? Yeah, he's got his dick out. All I had to do was click once. I didn't have to click and drag. I didn't have to set like a whole... It was just one click, boom. You know, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a tiny penis. I'm saying all I did was click once and it was enough blur. That's all I'm saying. And maybe that's why he's upset. I don't know. Because I just, again, it's like, I'm sorry. You proved that you were a weirdo in my server. And then I go and I find some... Again, for people who aren't aware, this guy proved he was a weirdo in my server, and then he fucking came along. He fucking... I found this fucking list of people like Chris Chan and ADF and Pixie Terry and Lily Leah and Jordan Says right there and Justin RPG, Nick Bate, all of these big name fucking people. Chemo Alms, the fucking Anon Talk guy. And then guess who's on this list of people is the fucking guy who told some girl on my server that he would give her a baby or whatever. Like, what do you mean I'm not gonna talk about that? Oh, I'm sorry that you fucking watched my channel or whatever, guy, but you're fucking noteworthy for reasons. Anyways, you know, it's good that I got the Sangi on the screen. Apparently I need one for me.
It just seems very odd, and it doesn't... I hope it's real. I hope all of this is real and that I'm not
getting
misled.
Real.
Because for real, people shouldn't mess around.
I believe that Nick Bate is still in jail, but I think he was... The last time I heard anything about him, I think he was on his way out of jail, like sometime in the next year or two, and I don't remember when that was, so... I remember hearing that he was potentially soon to be let out, so I think it would be... Wasn't it last year? Wasn't it 2022 he was getting let out of jail? I don't know. I wonder if it's almost time for Nick Bate update. I mean, he probably doesn't have access to the internet, I would assume. But
these kind of accusations. People shouldn't mess around making fake, you know, evidence if it's not, you know... Of course, you know, don't make fake evidence, but...
Right.
Yeah, DeadwingDork is pretty much finished. And if you're listening, Deadwing, I really, really think that you
not
should play
mad
more safe. Be more careful.
Oh.
Like, it's such a cliche, but I gotta say it, you know...
Somebody called him bro is fail gribble.
Is interested in something, sometimes it says a lot about their character. And I think that is something that I didn't really understand about you. You know, you talk about people like Sangi, you talk about people like Pamperchu, and, you know...
Okay, and you talk about people who manipulate others and so that you can expose them, so... I don't know, that logic can be used either way here. You directly said what your channel is about people can... I expose people who manipulate others, whether it's cults or yada yada. He was talking about his own channel there. He's talked about cults and stuff before. He talks about, like, real worldly issues on his channel. He gets into fucking stuff about, like, Russia and all this stuff. I mean... You know, we get into, like, Enter the Matrix first game footage, you know, big stuff there. But, yeah, talking about his Maho Sensei Negima Loli game where you play as, like, a 10-year-old at school or something. I don't know. I remember hearing that this anime he really likes is also kind of sussy, but again, no, things that you like might say a lot about your character. Keep that in mind. But yeah, he talks about worldly stuff like Wagner Group, the Akihabara Street Demon, Ukraine and Russia intervention, Legacy Headlob, Islam is not Torah and agrees with Pauline Christianity. Oh, I think I met that lady once. Japanese keyboard, he talks about like fucking, he tries to do like translation videos, and it's got this great angle on this one. I showed you my little neggy, please answer me. Temple Man improved. Update on cult content. Good stuff coming soon. Well, I don't know if that happened. We did look at him talking about how Black Lives Matter is a scam or whatever. He's also kind of racist. That's worth keeping in mind. He's kind of like what you would joke about somebody on 4chan being like is like, because I remember the first time he left my server was because he was saying some shit about like trans people. And again, we didn't ban him, but he just like, people were not taking kindly to it, and he was like, and he left. Yeah, he also has stuff like this going on here. I don't know, maybe I'm just misinterpreting the video. I do remember watching it and it was pretty suspect, but anyways, sorry. Back to this video here. We need to, there you go. And
most people would just be disgusted by it. You also talk about Zeus sadists.
Right.
I think 99.9 of all humanity would be sickened by that.
Okay, but you watched me. He's trying to make some point about, like, you're a scumbag, and clearly you can see it by what you do on YouTube, but it's like, okay, first of all, the logic can be applied to your own channel. Second of all, you watched me. So what are you saying, pal?
Stuff. It's like, you can't read about that and go,
I
feel comfortable with this.
This has been a real day of fucking clowning on people that watch me. This has been a real fucking user stream.
People wouldn't. And the fact that you were sitting there on a live broadcast just reading some of the most depraved, disgusting filth imaginable, I mean, that really does say quite a bit about you. And I'm more than...
You were a fan of watching those videos about those people, though, and you make videos about similar things, so I just don't think... I would say that I could use the same logic against you, but I really don't even think that that's... I mean, you would have to say the same thing about so many people like Wang and fucking... I mean, let alone someone like Daniel Tosh or whatever. Fucking last podcast. There's any number of people out there, the H3 podcast, that talk about like weirdos or whatever. And weird stuff that happens, and you're... But no, it's definitely, it says a lot about me. Well, I suppose it probably does, to some extent. I just don't know if it says what you think it says.
Willing to play fair. You weren't willing to play fair with me, but I'll be fair to you. Like, for real. If you
wasn't willing to play fair with you. What does that mean? What? I didn't hear you out after you told the chick you wanted to knock her up? Is that what you mean? I didn't play fair with you. Right. I didn't play fair with... What does that fucking mean? Like, oh, there was some truce, some line in the sand. He watches my channel, so I can't make fun of his stuff. No, that's not the way it fucking works, guy. That's not the way it fucking works. I chose to not look at your channel until I recognized that you were on this list that means that you have been a weirdo for at least a decade. Or at least very close to a decade, I should say. I think that we dated that image, the cringe list, back to like around 2014. So that, and it was like it was made, I think, on like 12, not 12 chan, it was some offshoot chan. Well, it wasn't 8 chan. It was like 420 chan or something. It was a different chan. It was, and it was like, there was some big lolcows and some small ones, but Negi was on there, and that's an old image. And like, I restricted myself from talking about this guy, up until, and we knew that he had a weird channel that was probably entertaining to look at, and probably there would be some laughs about his face and everything if I went on the stream and looked at this fellow. But we knew that. We knew that. And then fucking we didn't do anything about it, because yeah, there is a little bit of like oh well, he watches me, I won't be so mean, I don't want to roast a guy, just blah blah blah. Like, that seems like it steps over a line a little bit, but that's only if I feel like it. You know, like there's no real fucking rule that says, "Oh, you watched me and now I don't know if that's what he even means, like he wasn't being fair to me. I don't know what other reason he could think of by meaning that he wasn't being fair to me. But don't worry, he's going to be Negi's going to be fair to me here, don't you know? I wasn't fair to him. I didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. I didn't apparently fucking invite him. I didn't make an exception for the first time in the entire history of my channel and invite him on my channel to talk about the thing. Like, I've never ever done that, and I've never interviewed people on my channel, and it's always just been a thing where we look at stuff. But in this one instance, since I didn't then invite him on the stream to discuss what we looked at on his channel, I guess that wasn't me being fair to him. I assume that's what he means. Either that, or again, it's like, he watched me, so I shouldn't have looked at him, that kind of thing. There's like, maybe there's a line there. I don't know if that's maybe what he means, but I guess I wasn't fair to him by acting the same way that I ever was with anybody.
I'm more than willing to play fair.
More than willing.
Play fair with me, but I'll be fair to you. Like, for real, if you want to come on here and you want to explain what could possibly, you know, what I could possibly have, because you most likely know. There's no way you're not aware of this, because from what I hear, this is things you were convicted for.
Convicted for? Side. Oh, I was convicted, was I? Oh, lock me up, everybody. It's time to put me behind bars, everybody. I don't actually... what do I have? No, see, I used to have... see, I got rid of the one that was like... I got rid of the one that was like all skulking about from fucking FF7. We can do like a little... Yeah, this one works. That's right, boys. No, it doesn't work. It's not working. What's a good jail one? What's a good jail? That's right, boys! That's right! He finally found out I was convicted years ago for stealing all of those sheep! God damn it! I didn't think it would get back to me! I thought I could make jokes about it on my stream and nobody would be anything the wiser! But it turns out he found out! Oh boy! Alright, I was convicted, everybody.
If you want to come on here and lie to me, go ahead. I'll even give you the chance to come on here and lie to me.
Okay. I deny that, thank you. I would rather not. I don't need to give you... I'm giving you all the attention you really need at this point. I think I'm good. I'm sorry it took me so long. This was like 3 months ago or something and doesn't seem to have had quite the impact that you thought it would. But, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Respectfully decline that. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm just freaked out right now. This is not planned. I didn't
really
plan on this
out.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Definitely didn't plan on this like 4 days earlier before this when somebody spammed my chat about a bunch of things that, right, it wasn't, okay.
You know, it is what it is. Sometimes things happen for good reasons, and this might be one of them. I just want to see this person, if they're guilty, I want to see them get nailed for it.
I would also love to see a user get, I wish a user would, you know?
And that's all. I really have no personal reason.
Okay, we're over halfway through this. He definitely has no personal reason, except for all of the reasons I've outlined already. He's very clearly got a personal reason, and this entire thing is personally motivated. But alright, whatever, go ahead. You're over halfway through this. Can we fucking get on with it?
I hate Deadwing.
You
I almost
don't.
want the guy to do better, because this isn't doing good at all.
This isn't doing good. Yeah, stealing all those sheep again? I mean, they don't even let me in Scotland anymore, but I had to start stealing them from Alberta, too. It's crazy.
Yeah, I really do hope that what I have in front of me is not, you know, is not the I hope this is it. I hope this is all that I need to know about the DeadwingDork.
Shouldn't you hope that it's fake? Like, I don't know. Just like this guy coming out like, I have no reason to hate him. But man, I really hope this info I have is real. This info that says that he was convicted for something that I'm over 6 minutes into this video and I'm not saying what it is, but he's definitely got convicted. Like, shouldn't you be like, now I prefer if there weren't victims and I prefer if he wasn't, you know, I like this guy, people like him, I prefer... Shouldn't the like party line be like, I really hope this isn't real kind of thing? But instead you're going hard into, this better be real, I swear to God, I put my house on this. I don't know, seems like you have a bit of a personal stake in this one, but I wouldn't ever fucking know anyways, because we're past the little fucking bar of extra widgets that I have with the YouTube enhancer. Like, we are fully into this video and he hasn't said what's going on yet. I think another person shows up at some point. No, maybe not. No, the whole video, he says that he claims that I'm with someone who has been slandered by Deadwing. Who? With who? Bring them on the stream. Have them talk about my conviction. You know?
Because, to be fair, you know, once you kind of cross that line, once you start messing with kids and doing stuff...
Oh, I did.
It's like you can't get much worse other than genocide. That's...
Genocide, right. Well, thankfully they don't know about what happened last time I was in Phuket. You know, he's got me on the other thing. You know, I was convicted for all of that other stuff, but he doesn't know about the genocides at the very least. So that's good. That's good. We don't have to, Nagy's not going to get on me about all the genocides that I did. That's good.
It doesn't get much worse than that. So Deadwing, you really have some explaining to do. And I'm going to say it again, it's not beef. This isn't personal.
Oh, it's not
sick.
This is sick. It's just sick and wrong. The more you say that it's not beef and isn't personal, the more it feels like beef and it's personal. I mean, it already did. I already fucking know, man. I don't know who you think you're fooling. Like, it's not beef. It's nothing personal. But I really hope this info's real about him being a piece of shit. Yeah, nothing personal, I'm sure.
This isn't internet drama. This isn't, you know, haha, let's look at the funny internet, man.
Emergency broadcast. Right, it's not internet drama when you said on Library Dork's channel, Deadwing is gonna be the next YouTuber scandal. Not internet drama, you're right. No, I don't know why I don't know why anybody would assume that.
This isn't, oh look, Chris Chan broke out of jail or whatever. This is something that really, really is messed up. And sometimes I hate to come on here.
DeadwingDork was sentenced for genocide in Yugoslavia in 1947 by Nagy Springfield. Yeah, the Nagyberg trials. I really had to face... The consequences were never the same after the Nagyberg trials.
Literally at a loss for words, but sometimes you just have to. It's like sometimes you just gotta talk about something. And I'm repeating myself quite a bit.
Yeah, you sure are, buddy. You're you're nearly 8 minutes into this 11-minute video, and you know what? As the person who's apparently being allegationed at right now, I really wish you would speak your truth. I gotta tell you.
I really, really wanted DeadwingDork to explain himself. It's like, even if it amounts to nothing more than what that one weirdo Prince guy in England did when he went on the BBC or whatever news station that was. And just tried to clean up his disgusting behavior.
What are you even talking about? I mean, this is obviously presupposing that I did something. Right, it's like, I really hope he clears this up and apologize, like, whatever this insane thing is that I was apparently convicted of, that I'm sure he has tons of proof of. I don't know, it's like, something about a prince, what did the prince do? I don't know, he's making some reference that I'm not understanding.
I just want to know, Deadwing, what's going on in your head?
What's going on in your video, cunt? Can you get to it? Holy shit!
You know,
how do I know what's going on in my head? You haven't told me what I did! Fuck you!
Not me yet. So I know there's a reason you haven't talked about me. It's probably because if you were to watch
What do you mean I haven't talked about you?
Not me yet. So I know there's a reason you haven't talked
Was this before I talked about him? Oh, was he... Wait, is this before I talked about him? Oh, maybe he was just mad that we got rid of him like a year ago for the fucking thing about the woman in the Discord. Oh, this might have actually been before I talked about him, actually. No, there's no way. No, this had to have been motivated by that. Come on. Oh, that's interesting, though. But I did talk about you, though. I could talk about you more if you want. I think this might be about him getting banned from the fucking Discord. I think that's all this is.
About me, it's probably because if you were to watch my videos, what would you see? You'd see that I'm talking about cult leaders and weirdos who also manipulate people. So yeah, you can manipulate your viewers all you want. You can say to them whatever you want.
Right. No, the reason why I have looked at you, the reason I haven't looked at more of you is because as funny as you look as a person, like, you look like a very funny person. You look like someone who would be a goldmine of content, and you kind of are, a little bit. Oh, this video's unavailable. Is this one unavailable? Oh, they're all unavailable all of a sudden. Hey. Oh no, I guess just some of them are unavailable. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the reason I haven't looked at more of them is because they're not a terribly interesting fucking channel. What's going on here? Did he just, like, remove... No, some of them are available. This one's still available. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what happened, but Negi
That's how
Sensei
you
over
doing?
here.
I'm gonna be playing
As much
the game, so
as much as you would think that a guy who looks like this might be really fucking funny as he talks about his like little kid anime game, as much as you would assume that that might be really funny, most of the channel is supremely fucking boring and not much is going on here. Yeah, as soon as you figure out, as soon as he says whatever I did, I don't know. I talked about him a couple of times, Palm says. He's posting this because he's mad you dragged his name through the mud. Right. I got news for you, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you this. The only reason I wound up talking about you is because this fucking this list of crazy people that I found that was completely unrelated to you in any way and was not I found this list when I was doing research for my 4chan video, for my last 4chan video. I downloaded a pack of images from like archive.org or something, and one of the images in there was this one, not with all the X's on it and not as like blurred, like you could see Life of a Great Mommy's nipples here a little bit more. But this is this list of people, and like, yeah, the only reason that I talked about him at all is because he was already on a list of crazy people. I would never okay, well, actually, I did talk about him on my stream. I do believe I mentioned that somebody got banned for, like, telling a person that they wanted to have their kids or something, or they wanted them to have his babies or something like that. It was something weird. I do believe that I mentioned that on stream, but I didn't actually look at his fucking channel, and his fucking channel, like, is boring. But yeah, no, if you want to talk about me dragging his name through the mud, if that's what he's mad about, I'm sorry, your name was already dragged through the mud. The only reason I wound up looking at you on stream ever was because your name was already dragged through the mud, and it was amazing to me that in this fucking small, tiny world of crazy people, I managed to encounter a personal lolcow on this list of other people's personal lolcows. It was very special. It was a real moment. And I guess he's pretty mad about that.
You can tell them that I'm the bad guy in all this, but from what I have in front of me right now, I'm not the bad guy. You are.
Yeah, he told a Discord member he'd be happy to help her get pregnant or something. So that's what it was, something like that. Yeah.
And apparently a bunch of people who aren't even familiar with the internet.
Well, it was worse than just he tried to riz a Discord user. I mean, we have a thing about don't, get inappropriate with other people on the Discord. But it's like, it's also just like, don't, like, it wasn't even like they were talking, and having a relationship in, like, DMs or whatever. It was like they were just in Gen Chat, and I think she was talking to her boyfriend or something at the time. And they were talking about like kids or something, and this is a person who's like I don't want to. I'm not going to necessarily say who it is. I don't know. I don't need to. But it's a person who, in the Discord, is like fairly open about the fact that she's with another person on the Discord, and even at that time, I think that was still the case. I think they're like engaged now or something, but. Yeah, he just came out of nowhere in the Gen Chat and said like, "I'll help you make a baby" or something like that. It was some completely out of pocket thing that had no basis for happening. And so that's just to keep you all up to speed on what happened specifically. I'm sorry to drag Negi's name through the mud here, but yeah, that's the final truth.
You insufferable. There are people on corners who aren't even familiar with the internet find you insufferable. But I have in front of me right now. I'm not the bad guy.
Right.
And apparently a bunch of people who aren't even familiar with the internet find you insufferable.
Bunch of people, yeah. Well, like I say, they kicked me out of Scotland. I'm not allowed to hustle my sheep game in there anymore. I'm not. It's the whole thing.
There are people on corners of the internet that I've been to that don't like you.
Yeah, no shit.
Are into stuff like oil cows or whatever.
There are people in corners of the internet that I've been to, because I was there, and I don't like you. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of fucking bitter retards that I've pissed off at this point. I'm not surprised by that, no.
And they kind of see you as one.
Oh.
So people who live in glass houses really shouldn't throw bricks or rocks or anything for that matter. You should be very, very careful, Deadwing. And my advice is if you're gonna do that, then at least explain yourself.
Do what? We know that I was convicted and it involved kids. That's the only thing he's let on so far. So whatever it is, it's real bad. It's real bad. But he won't actually say anything or mention any of the evidence. Or, like, he mentions that he's with someone who has been slandered by Deadwing. So, in other words, there's a second... Either that's just him, or there is a second person who's also a fucking retard. who's also like, yeah, he did this, yeah. Who's like, and they're just like, they formed this, like, Legion of Evil or something. Okay, so either way, there's at least one person here is stupid.
People, you owe your fans, not my viewers. You owe your fans an explanation for why there's serious allegations against you out there on the internet.
Right. What Okay, but say what they are though.
So yeah, whatever you do, I don't care. It's your life, but please don't do anything that might hurt other people.
Except that you really hope that the allegations are true. You don't want other people to be hurt, but you really hope that those allegations are true. Not that you have any personal stake in the situation, but you really, really hope that they're true. Yeah, but you don't want anybody to be hurt. Don't hurt anybody. Right. I'm keeping up to speed here. You're going in like, so this is multi-track accusationing right here.
Need more than you already have.
Right, no more than I have.
So yeah, that's just it. My challenge is basically come on here and show me the truth.
Show me the truth. Okay. So, this fucking user wants me to, like, oh, I'm scared now! I'm supposed to go onto his channel so that he can get views on my name. I'm supposed to go onto his channel so that he can, say that he has me on there and that it's like, look, everybody! I mean, fuck, if I did that, I'd probably post about it myself, man. I gotta tell you, that would be a pretty funny time. I'm sparing you the embarrassment of me not doing that. I need you to know this. Like, I know that you already know this, but I need you to very clearly comprehend this. This would be extremely embarrassing for you if I did what you want me to do and come on your channel and go on, like, a live thing with you or whatever. You don't want that. You don't want that. And whatever you think you are, like, announcing about me here, either it's you making a thing up or you and, like, somebody else, I guess. I'm not sure what is going on. But, yeah, he just wants me to come on here without having said what it is that I've done. He wants me to come on here and defend myself. I guess it's, like, an open invitation to just, like anything, like, oh, alright, I admit it, I pirated The Sims 2 Open for Business when I was 12! You got me! Like, is it just like this is like open confessional? Is that what this is? Like, just come on here and spill my guts, I guess. Alright, well, no, that's not gonna happen. I don't think so, but
explain some of this.
Appreciate the offer. I'm guilty of having a rootin' time. He doesn't have too much else to say, does he? Don't you? I think you're missing something kind of crucial about what you have to say. Holy shit, I can't believe I did another stream for this. Jesus Christ, I could have been eating by now.
So yeah, thanks for watching.
I could have been stealing sheep by now, you fucker.
Normal content.
Oh, back to the normal content soon.
See you guys in another video.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully one that's a little more lighthearted.
Uh-huh.
And if I have to come on here again, hopefully Deadwing will be able to explain some of the weird...
I am not going to come on your channel, friend. If you're going to say what I did, then say what I did and we'll have another good time, maybe. But, I think it would be better for you and people not thinking of you as a huge meme if you stop. If you really want to continue, though, I'm sure the next video will be even funnier whenever you make some stuff up. It's just, I was thinking at some point in this video he might, like, suddenly, there would be a surprise shift to, like, an AI phone call of me and my 17 children concubines, or whatever. But, no, it's just nothing. It's just actually nothing burger. Can we get it? Jarvis, can we get a nothing burger on the bingo? Thank you. Yeah, just actual nothing burger.
I definitely will see you soon.
No background checks.
Stay out of jail. Don't commit incest. And
incest? Is that Christian? Did I commit incest? Is that a taste of what I supposedly did? Oh man, we're getting real backwoods with it now. I knew I fucked sheep, but this is going crazy.
Have a good one.
Alright, well, have a good one yourself there, Neggy. Keep the little Neggy in check. Don't wind up in jail. And try not telling any more women unsolicited that you want to put babies in them. Yeah, can't believe I did another fucking stream for that. That's nonsense. Jesus Christ. I was really hoping that there would be, like, a second guy showing up. I don't think there even is anyone, because he says, I'm with someone who has been slandered by Deadwing. No, I think you just think that you were slandered by Deadwing. I mean, I can fucking go and get the Discord screenshots if you really fucking need people to have proof of what you said to this person. I can fucking do that. Again, it's for your sake that I've said as little about it as I have. But I guess he's not content with that, so sure, more slander, I guess. Yeah, I think he thinks he was slandered. I don't think his wording implies that there's someone else he is with currently. I read that description and I'm like, oh, he's on like a live stream. Is he gonna come on here and like say, like, there's gonna be somebody on here with him who's like, yeah, actually, I saw Deadwing. I saw Deadwing in a supermarket, and he said, huh. I forget how that copy pasta goes, but yeah, yeah, the old fly low copy pasta. Yeah, I figured there would be a guest on here, like it would be like the Sonic Sega Gamer kind of thing, one of those StreamYard, because this is powered by StreamYard, obviously. But no, there's just nothing. Invest in writing a script. This sounds really rambly, man. Yeah. I mean, invest in fucking having anything to say before you make a fake video about allegations or whatever. Like, yeah, oh, that was one of the comments, by the way. That was the only comment. I mean, there's 4 comments. What are the other ones? Sort by, like, new? This user. I heard this guy only has 1 arm. What a freak of nature. I bet he's into amputee shit. He says he's talked about that fetish. Yeah, I did mention that fetish on stream. There you go. That proves it. I must have it. This guy says that he should write a script. He says, well, thankfully I won't need to, because I won't be talking about DeadwingDork anytime soon. I only made this video because someone told me he had done something horrible and criminal. Have yet to get proof, though. So why the fuck did you make this video, you clown shoes retard? Get the fuck you, eat shit and die. I fucking can't believe I made this fucking second stream. You fucking piece of shit. I could have been eating. I could have been at least another chapter into Heir of the Empire. Lando showed up recently. Do you have any idea that it's a Lando chapter, you fucker? Thank you to Lachlan Banks with the 20 gift memberships. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had a good time too. I don't know. All I can say, it was a stupid video, but it was pretty fun. That was enjoyable. Yeah. Same time next week, Neggy. Yeah, come to me next time you have some not actual, like, real proof of anything. That would be great. That would be awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was a fun video. Thank you. So let me see. We got $5 from Meggy Moo. Says, "Oh my god, so excited! Juat got home and you're streaming again. Thank you, Claw." You dang on misspelled a word, man. This is try to say just. I mean, dang on said it was a Juat instead, man. But thank you. It's just a brief. This was just a brief one. You missed the mainstream. Go back and watch the unlisted for the Wheel of Trash. We did a Wheel of Trash, everyone. We did a Wheel of Trash. But and then I ended it because I wanted to go and rest my tired back because I hurt my back recently again, and then this fucking user. I mean, it's not even a new video. I went over to the Discord and somebody posted that was like on his channel. I thought it was new. I thought it was a brand new thing. It wasn't even. I realized only after I started that this isn't even news. I thought this was new. I thought this was like just immediately today. No, this is from like 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago or something. It's understandable that it made no fucking Like it didn't even cross my radar. Like I was aware of it. I was conscious of it when he said that I was apparently a rapist or whatever, like a month ago or something. But yeah, he said, I think he said something about it being statutory. I guess I don't know. There was something about that. I think he might have deleted the comments. It was on a Library Dork video. I forget which stream it was. But it was one of those. He was on there being like, people shouldn't be a fan of this guy. People should be a fan of me instead. Yeah. $10 from Frenchy French. This is specifically for your back. Thank you. I need it. $5 from Oofies with 2 eyes. I leave to get a massage for 50 minutes. What is happening? Oh man, I could use a massage at this point. Well, what is happening? There's just, a user made a rant against me, and that's always fun. $2 from Reverend Cudgel. Explain it, Claw! I would love to, $2 from Paige Hernandez. As soon as we figure out what you did, it's over. That's right. Yeah, my days are numbered. All right. Well, yeah, thank you for holding up my ability to eat my dinner. It's now 7. I now have to go, I don't know, order food or something, and it's going to be 7 o'clock, and it's going to be later, and it's not going to sit as well with me, and now I'm just not going to digest it as well, and I'm going to wake up, and I'm going to have a stomach ache, and it's all your fault, Neggy. It's all your fault. This is why Dad hates you. All right. Well, thank you again, Lachlan Banks, with the 20 gift memberships. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to get a burrito or something. Yeah. Did we get gunted? Was there a gunt? Did I gunt? Uh-oh. We okay? No, we're fine. Well, yeah, thank you, Neggy, for allowing me to do another fun little, how long is this stream? This has been, 46 minutes or something, This just wraps nicely into the last, because the last thing we did was our old friends. So we had an old friend. We got another old friend. I had to do a whole second stream for it, but we got another old friend. That's great. Yeah, thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Claw threw out 10 pounds at his garbage. Why would he do that? That's very strange. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, that was something. Alright, see you, folks. God, I gotta go eat some food. Fuck this entire